Alert forecast.
All right, here's a look at that frost and freeze risk. We've been talking about it, and we issued a couple first alert weather days a couple weeks ago because we were looking at an early potential for perhaps a light freeze. But right now, we're actually right on schedule, exactly when you would expect it. And so therefore, we're choosing not to reissue first alert weather days for this risk, as most are probably assuming the growing season's coming to an end. But that's actually more likely, at least as far as a widespread light freeze is concerned, Saturday morning. It's going to be a lot more spotty tomorrow morning, and that's why we're expecting mostly kind of just a light frost for most, and then a light freeze into Saturday morning as temperatures drop to around 32, maybe a little cooler than that. And then Sunday through Tuesday, we're kind of back into the upper 30s to low 40s for overnight lows. Here's a look at the advisory and warning map. So it is divided, and there's a reason for this too. Essentially from Kosciuszko County, Whitley, Allen, Van Wert counties north and east, there's a frost advisory. It's going to be a little milder here, mainly because even areas this far and south do have a bit of a moderating influence from Lake Michigan, but it's going to be most noticeable farther north, LaGrange and Angola, Steuben County, likely not really seeing temperatures get much farther than the upper 30s overnight tonight. Now, being more removed from the lake means colder temperatures are likely. So from Wabash, Huntington, Wells, Adams, Mercer counties, south and westward, that would actually mean overnight low temperatures closer to the freezing mark. And so therefore a freeze warning is in effect. This is just for tonight into tomorrow morning, but I'd expect that a freeze warning is reissued tomorrow night to address the concern pretty much everywhere. Because by that point, tomorrow, we're not really going to have these clouds and showers around to keep things milder for some, being mainly, again, LaGrange and Steuben counties, which have been seeing light rain for most of the day. In fact, since Tuesday, this is where most of the rain has actually been, at least within 21 country. You go into southern Michigan, and of course, there's been some pockets of moderate to heavy lake rain there. So tonight, again, you can see the disparity here. Low 40s, Angola, Defiance, looking at maybe 41 or so, but farther south and west you go, the colder it gets. 33 in Marion, 34 in Huntington, but it gets colder. So mid 50s likely tomorrow evening, and then low 30s likely Saturday morning just about everywhere. Fort Wayne potentially at 31. This would be an official freeze. 31 degrees in Auburn, 32 in Angola, 34 in Paulding. So we'll be within at least a few degrees of that number. And that puts us right on schedule. October 21st to 31st is when you'd expect that light freeze. We'll see if it happens. If it doesn't, the growing season technically will continue. And it's not unusual for it to continue sometimes into early November. A future track does show that the lake will keep some clouds around tomorrow morning for areas north and east of Fort Wayne. We'll call it partly to mostly sunny because I don't really think the clouds are really going to get out of here totally until Friday night, early Saturday morning. Thus, of course, that brings us to that freeze risk. Future wind gusts through the night, very light. That's what's going to help actually promote some of that frost. And then that northwest gust, generally 15 or so miles per hour by Friday afternoon, tomorrow afternoon, turning light again into Saturday morning. All right, here's a look at that 7-day forecast. Partly sunny skies expected essentially through Monday, with temperatures varying by only a couple of degrees. So we're back to a stable pattern, but on the cooler side of normal. So cooler, but stable, with low temperatures in the low to mid 30s, warming into the upper 30s through early next week. Really very little, if any, chance of rain expected for the next 4 days. By Tuesday, mostly cloudy skies. There'll be a system that will likely pass to our south, could toss a few showers our way. Not expecting much rain out of this one. Temperatures will be into the mid 50s by Tuesday afternoon. So pretty similar day to Friday, except just a few more clouds. 54 degrees on Wednesday under mostly cloudy skies. We should break out into a little more sunshine by the time we get to Thursday of next week. Still a pretty classic pattern for October. If anything, I might actually expect it to be a little more unsettled than this, but we'll take the calm weather while we have it. And the Halloween forecast has not changed. Still looking fairly calm, upper 40s to low 50s by trick-or-treat time. So costume modifications, not necessary perhaps this year.
But if you need them, you can always do the fashion show thing at the porch when you're asking for candy.
And then bundle back up.
Yeah. Just
I remember
back
putting
up,
on the gloves when I'd leave the house.
Yes.
Then my mom wasn't looking. Because Darth Vader didn't wear any gloves. So, well, he did, but not snow gloves. So I had to take them off and hide them so she wouldn't see I wasn't wearing them.
You realize she's probably watching.
Yeah,
right
that's
now.
probably true.
I'm just saying. Hi, Mom.
Thank you, Matt.
Thanks, Matt. And everyone, to have your forecast at your fingertips.